Have you been playing your bass lately at all?
Not really, because I've been spending a lot of time working and sleeping.
Yeah, me too. I haven't practiced much.
Yeah.
So it'll be sloppy as fuck, but we'll figure something out.
I will find. I will find. We both will find time to play. Also, we should both find time to go to Kings Island, and you.
Oh my god!
You can work up the courage.
The worst kind
work
of friend.
up the courage.
You
to
want
go on a roller coaster.
Force me, and you think you're helping me by doing it. That's the fucking funny part. I'm helping you, Vinny. Drop 300 feet at 90 miles per hour in 3 seconds. Jesus.
I don't know, like he's referring to Orion because I suggested you go on the Orion at Kings Island. That's a giga coaster.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, because like between 300 and 399 feet.
No,
that's what a giga coaster is. But
Yeah.
above that, you get like a strata coaster, which usually the strata coasters are like they like launch you up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a completely different.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say. Well, it is different. Yeah, it's different.
So they just shoot you up straight up?
No, they don't shoot you straight up. They they launch you out horizontal, and then like you go up this. You go up this
conveyor
hill.
belt thing.
No, there's no conveyor belt. It just launches you forward, and you just go up this. The track goes upward.
Yep.
And it's called. I think it's called like a top hat at the top. I've been on a ride like that. It wasn't a strata coaster, but it was this ride at Knott's Berry Farm.
So have you been on the Orion?
Yeah, I've been on it multiple times.
Really?
Yeah.
What on your lunch break or something?
No, not on lunch break, but like I forgot what day it was, but there was. Oh yeah, it was Tuesday night around like 7:00. I decided to go there and like that place. It was because it's late at night, or much later in the day. But also, I think it's partly due because like the previous day there was like a huge storm.
Oh, so you've taken it at night too?
Well, it wasn't nighttime.
But
it was still day out. No, it wasn't dark. It was dark. It was like 7:30 something.
Oh wow!
And like the line was ridiculously short, so I just like first time I went on, I was in the back seat. I think I went back in line. I got on again. I got in the front seat.
The front seat's the worst seat to be.
You think the front seat's the worst seat?
Listen, I'll tell you the story without naming names or addresses or anything.
All right.
But like my brother, we were seniors in high school, and our physics teacher took us to the amusement park, right?
The amusement park?
Well, I don't know. It's Maine, so we way far back on this shit.
Go on.
The roller coaster is actually constructed out of wood entirely.
A wooden roller coaster?
Yeah, it's a wooden roller coaster.
Okay, go on.
It has a 60-foot drop. I may be wrong. It may be higher than that. But I know it was at least 60-foot drop. So it's kind of a small boy. You're not really you're not really getting the full effect of either passing out or thinking you're going to die.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you feel when you're going down those roller coasters? Do you feel do you ever feel scared that you're doing that?
Not really.
Yeah.
I haven't felt scared in like a really long time on a roller coaster. I mean, I feel kind of apprehensive, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like flying, I think, right?
Yeah, like I think the scariest part is like the lift hill or just like waiting for the ride to start. Because like it's just, you're kind of wondering how it's going to go.
Right.
You're wondering if like something's going to go wrong or whatever. Like that's the worst part. But as soon as you're over a hill, you're just going through and it's like, oh, it's fine. This is fun.
Right. Man, we hit that fucking drop, me and my brother. I was like holding on to him. I was like, oh my God. This was the worst I've ever been in terms of like fearfulness. And we shot down and went, and I was like, holy shit. And then it hit all of these lefts to rights, you know, these swirls that you would go through. And it was actually quite fun. Like, the only thing that I didn't like...
You enjoyed it?
Well, yeah, the only thing I didn't like about it was the drop, the first drop.
Really?
Yeah.
You just got to fly on flight of fear.
A Flight of Fear.
Flight of Fear. That's what you go on. There's a roller coaster
No.
at Kings Island called Flight of Fear. Okay.
You're never going to convince me. I'm just never going to go, actually.
Oh, come on.
I won't, man. Oh, my God. You want to watch a grown man cry? Is that what you want?
Well, you said the roller coaster was fun.
No, it was.
And you did not like the first drop. There's no drop in Flight of Fear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's a drop, technically, but like,
wait, how
there's
high
no
is
like
the drop in
well,
Flight
I'm
of
saying,
Fear? Okay.
the thing is, like most roller coasters.
Does it go upside down?
Let me finish.
Okay. Because you're going to say everything.
Yes, it does go upside down. But anyway, you're actually right about that one. But most roller coasters is like a lift hill, and that's how it gets all. Because like, for those who don't know, like roller coasters for the most part don't really have engines in the trains. They're powered mostly by just gravity, you know. So
right.
like the lift hill, the chain lift pulls the train up the lift hill.
Yeah.
I say the train pulls the train. The chain pulls the train up the lift hill.
Yep.
And then once it goes down the lift hill, it uses that energy from the first drop to take it all the rest of the way through the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so that's the way most roller coasters work. Some roller coasters have they'll launch you out using various mechanisms. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't. Really, I don't know the science behind the various
right.
mechanisms for like launching a roller coaster. You know,
there's
launching
no
the train.
end to it, right?
Yeah, launching the train because like
funny.
technology has been changing throughout the years, and so they use different approaches to like launching a train. But anyway,
The Chinese and the Japanese are using trains that go 90 miles per hour. Like, it's almost like going on a roller coaster.
I wouldn't say that.
Speed
But
train. Oh, you think you go above? Yeah, you go maybe up to 120 miles per hour or something.
I don't know. I have to look up. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
some launching. There's some roller coasters that go faster than that. But anyway, Flight of Fear, it like launches you out of the station,
Yeah.
and so like there's no like apprehensive of chain lift,
Right.
that drops you, and they like it'll fire you out, and so I don't think there really is much of like a heavy drop. Not heavy. There's no like long drop. Like it goes through loops, which it goes through some corkscrews.
Yeah.
But like, there's not like an initial long drop. Because if that's what you didn't like, well, the Flight of Fear doesn't have that.
I hate waiting, and I hate waiting
We can go
for me to drop 100 feet.
late at night.
No, why
no
night?
line. 'Cause there's not gonna be a line.
Oh.
There's not gonna be a line, so we can go in
This
there.
is how George H.W. Bush jumped out of the plane.
What?
He mentioned it one day, and then his family was like, "You need to jump out of the plane now."
George H.W. Bush ever jumped out of a plane?
Yeah, he did. He did a he
Well,
went skydiving.
He didn't do that before then?
He might have, the last time he'd done it might have been in Army.
Yeah.
But I know that he for his 88th birthday, I think it is.
I heard that he almost got eaten by Japanese soldiers.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, those Japanese soldiers could have saved us a lot of grief.
Wow. Why was he almost? Are you shitting me? Why were you?
To be fair, I have not confirmed this, but this is something I actually heard.
Wait, was he shot down? Did he get caught?
I think he was just a soldier in World War II fighting the Japanese, and
shit.
I think some of his other army buddies were caught and eaten, but he wasn't.
Wow. That guy is. I have always liked and respected that guy. I
I don't.
You don't like him?
He used to work for the CIA.
He worked for the CIA.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the CIA worked for him. He was a
He
was the
orchestrated
head
all
of the
these things in the Middle East
Yeah, I mean, he's part of it. Like, there's
and in South America.
Yeah. So like, there's like an unbroken line between Democrats and Republicans when it comes to like foreign policy.
Yeah.
Like, Democrats and Republicans take like different approaches,
Yep.
but they're both wrong. They're both incompetent. You know, there's not like a competent approach when you're going for the Democrats or Republicans. It's both evil and competent. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I remember that in the 90s, late 80s, things were very good. Things were ideal almost where I lived. My dad didn't make a lot of money, but we were in a small town of like 1,200 people. No one made a lot of money. Except those bastards over to the house.
Wait, what's that again?
Never mind.
Okay.
No, of course there were some rich people, but there's just my former working class hatred for people who are wealthy. It's kind of like I'm joking about it in a sense, because like I think people who are poor have a tendency to demonize those who have. You dig that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but there are problems like the elites, like the people who have like a lot of money, they have a lot of options, and so like when shit hits the fan, they're more able to like. I mean, they can like just hire an advisor,
right,
to like keep them rich. You know, tell them to keep them rich.
It's
Whereas
awesome.
like middle class and lower
That's
people,
the job
it's
I
just,
want.
yeah, like middle class and like lower people, they just get shit on by the economy whenever it takes a dump.
Right, and they know that they can't trust the government, and they know it's a parade of it.
Well, I mean, they're the ones most likely to use the government to do their own bidding. You know, it's like you
like
have
to
your
vote.
vote.
You mean? Or?
Yeah, like you have your vote. You have your one vote. You know?
Right.
And it has very little power, but it has some semblance of power.
Some power.
Whereas like the millionaires and the billionaires, they have like lobbyists. So if they want something done, they just send their army of lobbyists to the government to have the government help them out. You know? Like what happened in this is gonna get dark, but what happened in Guatemala?
Hey man, I've been there.
Yeah, what happened in Guatemala was this is fruit. I forgot the actual name. I think it was just like it's just called a fruit company.
No. It was.
Yeah, you had that socialist teacher, so you probably know where I'm going with
No,
it.
it was Banana Republic, right?
Well, I mean, they call them. I don't know why they call them banana republics, but yeah, it was in.
Because we screwed them over. It's all about bananas, but it was all about money, really.
Well, it wasn't just about bananas. It's all kinds of fruit that goes on from Latin America. But basically, what happened in Guatemala was like these people who were working the fields, like they were like really poor.
Yeah.
And so, like, they wanted, like, basically a lot of their land was, like, owned by these, like, foreign corporations.
Yep.
And, like, they felt like they deserved a better piece of the pie. They're
just employees. They don't own shit.
Yeah, like, they wanted, like, basically, they basically want better pay, more benefits.
Right.
Reasonable things that, like, any human being are going to want. Any human being would want.
Yeah.
And so, like, there's this president, I forgot his name, but there's this president that got elected, and he wanted to, like, change things, like, and help the people of Guatemala. And so, like...
Oh, is that an older president or a newer president?
This happened a long time ago.
so...
Okay. Hold on, let me finish.
I think
okay,
I know
so...
what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You're talking about...
I'm talking about Guatemala.
Wilson, I think.
Oh,
Woodrow Wilson.
I don't think I'm talking about Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, what ended up happening was I think it was like the owner or somebody associated with, or somebody who owned like stock in this like fruit company who was gonna lose a lot of money if they had to like pay their employees their fair share.
Right. So they changed the government.
So he has contacts in the CIA.
Yeah.
CIA had a coup and put in like a dictator in charge.
Right.
And this dictator was like, all these poor people, they're pretty much communists. And so they were just gonna like send them, basically like round up the people they don't like and just like kill them. So like a huge like civil war broke out. And I think it lasted for like 30 years.
Wow.
And so like the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I'm bringing an example of how like these like rich people, they have contacts within the government. So like they didn't have to like pay the death squads themselves, you know? They didn't have to like, you know, pay some like specialist team to like topple the government and put like someone they liked in charge.
Yeah.
They just called the CIA, and then the CIA did it using our taxpayer money. And like the U.S. government is like constantly giving money to like all these different countries, and a lot of these countries are like dictatorships, who like they do like the United States' biddings. I'm not gonna say like they're like specifically only do what the government tells them to do, but there's just plenty of times where like either they're a like-minded person, so like the U.S. government doesn't have to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Or they're the kind of person where like they'll do their own thing, but when the United States shows up and says, "Hey, we want X, Y, and Z," they'll be like, "Yeah, here's X, Y, and Z."
Because we're bullies.
Well, the United States is evil. I don't say we.
I mean,
because like we
United States is.
There are people who don't like this mentality.
What?
But there is a distinct separation between the American people and the American government. there's just a lot of issues with like our democracy and like the legitimacy thereof.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who are voting not because they actually believe in this person they're voting for, but because they merely don't like. They're trying to get. What's it? There are plenty of people who vote for the lesser of two evils, in the hopes that like they'll get less of what they don't like.
Yeah.
Or like they want to have some say in the government, so the government isn't used against them.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because like they actually enjoy the system. Not necessarily because like they think the system is a decent system. So like somebody merely voting, that's not approval of the system. It's them trying in hopes of like. I can't say that the people who vote are just trying not to have the system used against them, but I am saying that somebody merely voting isn't approval of the system.
Well, also you gotta I hate it when people say that. You gotta realize. I hate it when they say that.
You gotta realize?
Yeah, because I was just about to say to you, hey, but you gotta realize these. But what I was gonna say was, what were you just talking about?
I was talking about like how like there is a separation from the American people and the American government. The American government like does its own thing, way above the heads of your average American people.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people who have no idea what's going on. Like especially like with like U.S. foreign policy. There's a lot of Americans that have no idea what's going on. Like, there's a lot of people like they don't know. They didn't know what was going on in Afghanistan. They just thought that the war was over. And then all of a sudden, Biden pulled the soldiers out.
Yeah.
And all hell broke loose. That's what some people think was going on in Afghanistan, because they're not looking this stuff up. They're not doing research on what's going on. And so like that's one reason why there's like such separation between the American people and the American government. Another reason, another reason why there's separation, because a lot of people they want a specific thing. They want a specific outcome in a specific area. But like it's an all or nothing, you know? So you can vote for this politician who says he's gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But he's also gonna do like A, B, and C. So you may only agree with Y, and you really want Y to happen, but like you're voting a politician where he's gonna do all these other things in the alphabet that you may not agree with, you may not like, you may be completely oblivious to it. And so, like, it's essentially like a deal with the devil, because you can't just, like, accept the stuff that you want and then leave the stuff that you don't want just on the table.
Okay. No, what you're saying makes sense. It's lacking some context for me, so I'm not really getting the finer points and details.
Here's another example, all right?
Okay, yeah. Just tell me your theory. What is it?
There are people who voted for Joe Biden because they didn't want Trump to be forced on them. It's not like they like genuinely like Joe Biden. I'm sure there are people who did actually like Joe Biden. Yeah. But there are plenty of people who don't really like Joe Biden. They just voted for him because, like, if they're going to have one president forced on him or another, they would probably have Biden forced on them. They didn't have Trump forced on them.
He's an establishment player.
Yeah.
You know?
And so we don't really have a system that, like, really makes anybody happy, except for, like, the select people on top who are able to, like, manipulate it to get what they want. Yeah. Everyone else is just, like, trying to get less of what they don't like.
Well, most people are in debt, and they're just trying to get through the next month on one paycheck, and it's awful. And then the richer people, the people you're talking about, they have condos here, they have houses there with anything you could imagine, you know. And we live vicariously through famous people, and it's kind of sick, but it's like pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's that middle ground, middle of the bell curve, folks. You know, determine what we see for art and film, and I mean,
that's not what the bell curve is.
No, I was meaning like they're average in a sense.
Wait, the people who are average are determining what we see?
Well, they don't. The people who know how to get to the top and learn.
Well, but the bell curve isn't the top.
No, it's not. The bell curve is the most representative population is in the middle, right? And then on the ends, you get less of percentage of the population who have those characteristics or whatever you want to call it. And I think I was just using it as a metaphor, but I wasn't trying to...
Yeah, but your metaphor is confusing.
That's a possibility.
Because you started out with, like, you know, like, if I understand it correctly, you started out talking about, like, what we're seeing is being controlled by the elites. But then you said, like, the people on top of the bell curve are the ones who decide what we see. But the top of the bell curve, that's like... All right. All right, for those, first of all...
No, don't teach people. They know. We have smart people listening.
Not you. The people listening, all right? For those who are listening to you,
Lord.
okay? Now, imagine, hold up your right hand and your left hand.
Right.
Whether they're facing you or not doesn't matter. But, like, imagine your left hand is where all, like, the below average people are.
Okay.
And the right hand is where, like, all, like, the above average people, right?
yeah.
The bell curve is between your hands. And so, like, when you said, like, the top of the bell curve, I was thinking about the people between the hands who are, like, on top of this curve, who are basically, like, the average.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, but you're saying, like, they control what we see?
No, well, the average does control because they're the ones who control most trends. The most important, most lucrative trends.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess in a way, yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, the Hollywood and the...
Well, that's the thing. You keep talking about Hollywood. Hold on. Keep going. Sorry.
It's okay. Hollywood and all these actors, we watch more videos on YouTube of actors saying things about the most random shit on earth on some talk show.
You said we.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you said we as if I'm doing it. I'm not doing it.
I know. I'm not doing it either. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say.
Not really. I feel like I'm more confused the more you try to explain it.
Oh my god, that's a sign that I'm too stoned to talk. We should definitely wrap it up and play some music.
Hold on, before we wrap this up.
Okay. Oh shit, what's he doing now?
Have you heard of this DAL-E? Oh, I think I still have this. Yeah, DAL-E Mini. It's basically like an AI where, like, you type something in, it'll, like, generate an image.
Ooh.
Let's type in, like, it rarely works because, like, whatever. Hold on. See.
Wait.
Hot dog riding a skateboard. Now, like I said, this stuff, like, rarely works because
Too complicated?
it says, it says too much traffic. Please try again.
That blows.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Man, I've been vaping. And, oh wait, are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Oh,
Get
I
back
don't
here.
care if they
Get
do.
back here.
Okay.
And,
my legs need to be stretched.
Whoa.
Okay.
And, like, this thing comes up with, like, very bizarre images.
Let me see them.
Well, I can't see it until it works.
Oh, it's not working.
All right, this one's going. I typed in "end of the world." I have no idea what the fuck they're gonna pull up. Actually, before this, a while back, I typed in Taubnernaut and it just pulled up buildings.
Really interesting, huh? It probably went. The first reference was probably to Taubner, someone who was an architect, perhaps, or
Maybe.
yeah. But I doubt they'd put up our band.
Well, like, you can find pictures of us online.
That's true.
So I thought it was just gonna, like, find us. I thought they
Oh wait, is this okay with you? That some of your pictures are online?
Oh, that's fine. I'm fine with it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I thought that, like, it was gonna, like, gather up pictures of us online because, like, when you type in Taubnernaut,
Yeah,
pretty much we're the only thing that pops up.
I know.
So I thought I was gonna, like, find pictures of us
right.
and, like, make some, like, weird picture about it. So yeah, it's still going. It still might time out. Right now it's at 62 point something. I don't know what that represents, but there's just, like, a number that keeps going up.
What number? What are you talking about?
There's a number here. It's constantly going up.
Dolly Mini?
Yes.
What's
That's
that
what I'm
mean?
talking. I don't know what that means.
You made that up right on the spot.
I didn't make that up. They made it up.
Oh, they wanted you to say it.
That's the AI.
Oh, they're trying to make sure you're an actual person.
I don't know. No. This
Am I stupid as fuck? What?
Maybe I'm describing things wrong. But anyway, DALL-E Mini is an AI that creates images based on, like, you type in a phrase or a word, and you hit run, and it makes images generated from, like, I believe it just like stitches together various pictures.
So it's an image search pile. That's what,
no, it's not, because it creates an image. It doesn't just give you an image.
It like paints it or creates it digitally?
Yeah, it adds them together.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
So if I said blue whale, it'd probably do a blue whale.
Yeah, it'll probably come up like it'll probably stitch together a bunch of different pictures of blue whales.
Yeah.
So
That's kinda cool.
Right now it's at 143.
Yeah.
And it's still going. So it's still my time. Oh shit. Oh, these are kind of nice.
Let me see.
The creepier ones are the ones where it's like it's trying to make a person.
Okay.
Those ones are like the worst.
Wow. Yeah.
This looks really nice. Look at that.
What is that? Oh wow.
I typed in "end of the world" and this is what popped up.
Whoa. That's some kind of huge. I guess that would be the nuclear bomb.
No, that's it looks like Africa, but like they gave it a little extra right here. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna have to like add these images to the podcast.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, these are just.
I kind of like the disturbing ones.
I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. Maybe this is actually the end.
Reminds me of like an old wise man who like lives in the earth and.
Well, there's no man there, so I don't know what we're doing.
I'm showing you. Look, this is his beard, right? There's his mouth and his nose.
I think you're a little too stoned.
That's on his forehead. No, I would do this. I would. That's it. That's the cheap shot. We should have a jar. Every time you take a cheap shot, you got to throw in 25 cents, and then we'll go to ice cream in a month.
I'm downloading all these images.
Hey, what's your take on NFTs and shit like that?
NFTs?
Yeah.
NFTs stand for normalizing foolish transactions.
Normalizing foolish. No, it isn't.
It doesn't. But that's how I view it.
Normalizing childish transactions.
No, normalizing foolish transactions.
Foolish transactions.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like. Here's the thing, all right? There are people who try to lump NFTs and cryptocurrency together, but they're not the same thing. Because cryptocurrency, like it's part of its value is that it can be spent, and it is in theory anonymous. You know.
Yeah.
So you can like buy things without being like traced to you.
Wow.
And also like because it's not constantly being like printed. They're not constantly like creating more and more.
Yeah.
Then like it would theoretically hold its value better than like the US dollar.
Are you okay if I stop recording?
Hold on, let me finish this
Okay, finish this one.
You asked me about NFTs.
Yep.
And so I'm trying to explain my rationale behind it.
So just tell me this. Why did that 7-year-old make billions of dollars if it's just fake shit?
Because there are some dumbasses who are willing to buy these quote-unquote non-fungible tokens.
Because they think
it's going to have like some type of value to it.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
so he tricked someone. That little bastard tricked someone?
I mean, I think there are people who like buy it not knowing what the fuck they're actually buying. Because there are some people who like bought NFTs thinking that it gives them what is it? Not royalties. What is it when you intellectual property rights.
Okay.
Over the image. Yeah. Well, you don't have that. It's like buying the Mona Lisa and thinking like you have intellectual property over like the drawings, the other depictions of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
You don't have that. You just own the Mona Lisa. The problem is that like the Mona Lisa is like a physical thing and it's unique.
Yep.
Whereas like NFTs, indistinguishable from anybody who just like copied and pasted or like screen capped like that image.
Yeah.
So for the idea that you think that has value, I mean, I can't tell you what you can and cannot have value in.
Yeah.
View as valuable.
But
to
thing,
me, like the idea that is, I just think it's absurd that you'd have like this image that's going to have.
how
value.
many people use that?
NFTs?
Yeah.
Too many.
2 million?
Too many. Too many.
Too many?
Yeah, I don't know how many, but it's too many.
But I'm telling you, that's how they generate wealth, is by pretending that what they're doing makes money. Right?
I'm honestly hoping that it's just trafficking. They're just money laundering.
Yeah.
That's I refuse to believe. I guess I gotta believe there are people that are just that dumb. But yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of people who are actually just like money laundering.
Interesting. That fucking little kid too. He was on the Rogan. I think it was Joe Rogan, or it was a different podcast at least that was very similar to a Rogan style podcast. Mm-hmm. But they were asking this kid, how did you do this? You made millions of dollars. And the kid said, oh, no, billions of dollars. He goes, billions of dollars. I made billions of dollars. And I'm like, oh, you little fuck. No one's even taught that kid what to do. The kid is not capable of managing that amount of money. Unless I was wrong in that he's older than that. I thought he was younger, but he might be older.
All right, so is there anything else you want to ask me about before we end this?
No, let's go rock.
Oh, hold on.
Whoa,
I have a question for you.
What?
Why are you afraid of roller coasters?
Oh, yeah. We've been talking about this all day, me and Nathan, and he's trying to get me to go on a roller coaster.
Yeah, so why are you afraid of roller coasters?
And he's been pulling out every trick in the book.
Yeah, why are you afraid of roller coasters?
Because I am afraid of roller coasters. I know I won't die, but it's fear, and I don't want to feel it.
You don't like the first drop. But you said that roller coaster was fun.
I thought that after the first drop is not too bad, right? It's like being on a bullet train or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flight of fear.
So we'll see, Nathan.
No
we'll
drop,
see.
A flight of fear.
You mean fear of flight?
Flight of fear. That's what the roller coaster is called.
Oh.
Flight of fear.
C is a very apt named roller coaster.
It's an indoor roller coaster. So if it rains.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So if it rains, we'll still be able to go on.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You know, man. You know.
I was. We were talking. Also, when I was in high school, my senior year, my brother got me to go on a roller coaster, and it was a really easy one. It was like 60-foot drop or something, and that scared the shit out of me. But I do admit that once you get off, you're like, well, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very short-lived, so I'm probably never going to do it. Don't tell Nathan.
Come on, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yeah, you gotta.
All right, I'm pausing us.
You gotta face your fear.